What's up, guys? Neil Orfield here to take a look at the upcoming Sorare MLB slate. It is Monday, June 19th, so I'm going to be looking at the Sorare slate that starts today. While you're coming in, please do like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification button so you can get alerts when our shows go live. All right, first thing I like to look at when examining a Sorare slate, I'm going to look at which teams have 4 games on them, and the easiest way that I have found to do that is to just go into a contest. It'll show me which of my players have 4 games. So go to FlexBot to see as many players as possible. All right, so a lot of players with 3 games here, a lot of teams with 3 games. The Diamondbacks have 4 games on this slate. So this is a Monday through Thursday slate. We got the Diamondbacks with 4. Dodgers have just 2 games, so probably not wanting to play my Dodgers bats here, but Diamondbacks with 4, Giants with 4 games, Marlins with 4 games. A lot of teams with 3 games. And then we do have the Padres with 4 games as well. So at least those 4 teams have 4 games. It's the Giants, the Padres, the Marlins, the Diamondbacks all have 4 games. The Twins also have 4 games. That is good to see. All right. So we've got a number of teams with 4 games on them. Let me take a look at my common cards as well. The Red Sox also have 4 games. All right, that's good to see. So we have a number of teams with 4 games on this slate. Second thing that I always like to look at is it a Coors slate? This one, I already looked at it. It is not a Coors slate. We've got Colorado in Cincinnati. Another great place to hit. Colorado just bouncing between great places to hit. They were just in Boston a week or so ago. I know they played Atlanta in between, but they were in Boston. Now they're in Cincinnati. So even when they're not playing in Coors, they seem to be playing in some of the best ballparks. But nice spot there for the Rockies. Actually, nice spot there for the Reds facing the Rockies pitchers in Cincinnati is actually the truth there. Before we get into the bats, let's take a look at some of the pitchers on this slate. So slate starting today. See if we have anybody standing out in great matchups. Not really. James Paxton, Pablo Lopez facing the Red Sox and Twins. Don't love that. Scherzer and Hunter Brown, both in kind of tough spots facing each other. I guess you could go to Merrill Kelly or Corbin Burns, but honestly, not great spots for either of them either. So no pitchers that I really love the spots for today. Obviously, you can always play an ace and hope for the best. Let's see if we can find anybody in a better spot here. Glass now against Baltimore, not the best spot. Always going to play Spencer Strider, basically no matter who he's facing. Phillies, not the best matchup there, but I'm still willing to play Spencer Strider. Definitely going to be playing him this week. Not the best spot for Garrett Cole or George Kirby. Kind of a tough pitching slate. Kershaw against the Angels, I guess you consider that. All right, Wednesday. I might consider playing Andrew Abbott. Actually, don't even know if he has any cards. I should look that up. But Andrew Abbott at home against the Rockies is not the worst spot. He does have cards. All right. $36, maybe worth it. I don't know. But yeah, not the worst spot there for Andrew Abbott. So definitely something that I would consider. Facing the Rockies at home. If you already have the card, at least I would consider putting it in there. Don't know if I'm going out specifically to buy it for this matchup, but I suppose you could. Zach Gallen in Milwaukee, again, not the best spot, not the worst spot either. Nola gets the Braves at home. Sonny Gray gets the Red Sox at home. Really not a lot of pitchers in great spots. And then finally on Thursday, do we have anybody stand out here? Not really. Yeah, we don't have many pitchers in great spots. I think my takeaway is if you have an ace already in your collection, I'd probably play it even in a tough matchup. None of these guys have great spots here, so you're going to have to play somebody you're a little bit uncomfortable with. Either go down, play not quite as good of a pitcher, or you're going to be playing an ace in not ideal spot here. So not the best pitching spot overall. Let's see if we can find anybody who stands out in terms of bats. Nothing. I mean, games in Miami, not my favorite place to play. Pitching staff, not the best for the Marlins. So I guess you consider playing the Blue Jays even in a tougher park. Don't love playing bats against Red Sox or Twins pitchers, even though they both have 4 games on the slate. So I suppose you could consider Twins or Red Sox bats. Not the best matchups, but also not the best pitching staffs in the world. You consider playing either your Red Sox or your Twins there. I'd say. I do think you can go to the Reds against this Rockies pitching staff in Cincinnati, even though it's not in Coors. Really nice spot, and the Rockies pitchers are just not great. So I think the Reds are probably a team that I would consider playing. I kind of want to play the Diamondbacks. Brewers pitching staff is decent. Obviously, starting with Corbin Burns, not the best spot there for the Diamondbacks, but they do have 4 games. They're in Milwaukee. It's a nicer park, so I think that you consider playing the Diamondbacks bats. I think they're a team that I might consider stacking up here. And then what do we have? Probably not playing Phillies against the Braves pitching staff. Yeah, not a lot standing out as like really clear and obvious this slate. I feel like there's a lot of different ways you can go with it. Maybe I'll make out just using the cards that I have right now, and I might go back and change out what I have, but I'm going to try and make a lineup just with the cards that I have right now and see what that kind of lineup would look like. So I'm going to go play upcoming. And by the way, if you have not yet signed up for Sorare, you should do so immediately. I'm making this video 3 hours before there's apparently one early game, so it's starting a little bit early. You should sign up today if you have not yet already. When you sign up for Sorare, you're going to have your choice between a number of different common cards. You're going to be given a salary cap. You have to choose cards within that salary cap. You can play today for free with those common cards that you get for free when you sign up. It's free to play, and you can win prizes that are worth real money. You can win some limited cards that you can then sell on the secondary market or just play in the limited contest if you want to. And then, of course, you can also play if you can pay to play in the limited contest. That is what I've been doing. I love playing the limited contest. It's a lot of fun. Check it out if you haven't already. Use the link in the description of this video. You'll get a link to sign up for Sorare. All right, I'm going to look at the limited pro contest, kind of my bread and butter. All right, so I'm going to play Strider in my relief pitcher spot. He's eligible in the relief pitcher spot. So I'm deciding between Luis Castillo and Shane McClanahan as my pitchers. We've got, where do we have them? Shane McClanahan facing the Orioles at home. Where's Luis Castillo here? Ooh, in New York. I think I'm going to Shane McClanahan of those options. Playing Spencer Strider in my relief pitcher spot. And then probably just playing bats from there on out. I said I might consider playing these Diamondbacks. I do have some nice Diamondback stacks, so that might just be where I end up going here. I don't know if there's any team that I feel strong. Like if it's a slate where I feel really strongly about one team being the best team, I'll go out and buy those cards. I don't know that I feel that way about this slate. I think I'm probably just going to be playing the cards that I already have. All right, so I don't have any Diamondbacks here. I do have Jonathan India for the Reds. I do kind of like that spot, even though there's only 3 games facing that Rockies pitching staff at home. Maybe I play some Reds actually, even though it's just 3 games. All right, I'm going to play Jonathan India. Obviously going to Corbin Carroll here. Throw Kettle Marte in there. Could play Spencer Steer, Jake Fraley, TJ Friedel. I think I'm more inclined to go to my D-backs with 4 games when I have solid players there, and then just use red bats. If I don't have any Diamondbacks I like, I could play Luis Castillo here too, but I think Greg and I had this conversation on a live show. I think that in general, you just have more upside with bats. All right, so I could go to Spencer Steer, Jake Fraley. Yeah, it looks like I don't have any more great D-backs plays here. So I think I'm just going to go to one of these Reds bats. Maybe I'll go to Spencer Steer here. All right, so that's going to do it, I think, for this lineup. I'll see. There's a chance I'll change it later on, but I think this looks okay. Playing the Reds against the Colorado pitching staff in Cincinnati looks good enough to me. And then the D-backs having 4 games, even if it's not the best spot in the world for the D-backs, having 4 games, kind of a nice tiebreaker there. So I think this is a nice Diamondbacks Reds double stack with Spencer Strider and Shane McClanahan as the pitchers. That's going to be my team for this contest. But of course, if you feel strongly that some of these bats are in a better spot, you can just go to the market. Manager sales probably your best bet as of now, since the slate starting soon. Otherwise, you can also find sometimes deals in the auctions as well. But then you can find all the cards you want in whatever contest you want to play outside of common. You can't buy common cards; you have to win them in contests. You can also swap out to get new common cards, but you can't buy them. But if you want to play any limited, rare, super rare, unique, you can buy them on the marketplace. So that is going to be my approach in general. I'm not going out to buy new cards here, but if you feel strongly, here is where you can find them in the marketplace. Anyway, that is, I think, going to do it for this video. Good luck this weekend. Again, if you haven't liked the video, please do so. All right, good luck.